Today, I'm going to address a couple of myths about consulting work-life balance. This is something that consultants bring up all the time in their marketing pitch. Really, you have to understand the context of where they believe their work-life balance comes from. In relation to whom do consultants have balanced work lives? And then you also have to understand the life cycle of a consulting project in order to understand how to debunk the myth of consulting work-life balance. So here's the myth: consultants have work-life balance. And here's the truth: consultants do not truly have work-life balance, especially on every given Tuesday. Compared to banking, which is how they mostly will schedule it, consultants do have work-life balance. And here's why: because the projects are generally predetermined. They're at least 6 to 8 weeks long, unless you're doing a tiny due diligence project. And over a longer period of time, 6 to 8 months in advance when your crazy weeks are gonna be. PSA, they're generally going to be just before your major deliverables, so at the midterm and the end of a project. So you can know that you will not have a life at all during those periods. In banking, in contrast, you'll have a totally different situation where a deal will come up on a Thursday, your weekend is shot. A deal will come up the Wednesday before Christmas, goodbye Christmas. So anything that you were planning on doing, you have to completely rewrite. Those kind of urgent situations don't happen in consulting. So that's why consultants say they have work-life balance. If they fill in the blank, what they mean is we have work-life balance compared to bankers who have zero work-life balance whatsoever. Then the second piece is just understanding that work-life balance isn't something that happens on a daily basis. Every day that you go into the office, you will not have work-life balance. Some days are gonna be hard days. In general, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and half of Thursdays are gonna be hard days. Fridays, that day you have work-life balance. Saturdays, rarely working in consulting. Sundays, generally, you're kind of getting ramped up for the rest of the week. So understand that your work-life balance will feel really different on a Monday or a Tuesday than it will on a Friday or a Saturday. In addition, over the life of a project, like I mentioned before, you're gonna have a totally different pattern of work-life balance. On the first week of a project, your life is gonna feel amazing. You're gonna go to a kickoff meeting, you're gonna have an opening dinner with a client, you're gonna be asking lots of questions, you're gonna be doing no material work. Then you're gonna start cranking on some data, you're gonna work on some things, but in the second week, you're doing your laundry, you're walking your dog, you're having a 3-hour lunch with a friend that you haven't caught up with in a little while. And you're going on vacation during those weeks of the project. So in general, over the course of your consulting project, the first and the second weeks, you're gonna feel like you have a lot more work-life balance than right before some of those major deliverables. So the myth of consulting work-life balance is that you have work-life balance all the time, and it's the type of field that you go into to build a sustainable lifestyle. In reality, you have cyclical work-life balance in management consulting. It's better than banking, it's not every day of the week, and it's not every month of the year. But in general, it is a lifestyle where if you're able to manage it and able to dig in sometimes and rest really well when you're off, that you can sustain for some period of time. We hope that you enjoyed this video about consulting work-life balance, and we know that you have stories. So make sure that you share them with us by commenting on this video. Make sure that you subscribe to the video and also reach out to us on social, or you can always find us at managementconsulted.com. Thanks for watching.